Did you want to schedule the next session?
All right. No, we'll do it at the end. Everyone say hi.
Bye.
Hello.
Okay. Hey guys, this is episode 32.
That's it.
Well, remember, a lot of them did get recorded in the beginning. So it's probably more like 38, 36, something like that. But it is also the 11th episode of you guys in this Wayback, okay? So that's fun. All right. So we're going to pick up at the top of the round from where we left off. After finishing the zombies, going through the furnace room, and coming down south to what seemed to be a banquet hall with two large tables, you discovered a little pack of ghouls and engaged combat with them. Pete, being the bitch motherfucker he is, expertly took out two ghouls with no hesitation or problems.
I call the strategic motherfucker he is.
Rain. I will admit, the reconnaissance mission was a pretty good idea. Rain also coming in clutch, or not Rain actually. Rain coming in clutch with a burning hands, which almost completely decimated a pack of ghouls, the leftover pack of ghouls, and then Byron coming in with a clutch, cutting words, preventing Rain from getting paralyzed by the ghouls. I was pretty
Teamwork
OP.
makes the dream work, baby.
Yeah.
But Rain knew it was gonna happen, right? Because he's,
President.
He knew. He did.
Oh yeah. No, actually, you know what? No, this time you were very surprised. This was not a moment of clarity for you.
Bitch,
You were like,
can't
oh,
tell
shit.
me what I knew.
Nope.
Roll
You
for
didn't know.
perception.
I don't roll anything. I'm God.
No,
Remember?
Nobody in this party believes Rain knows a damn thing about what he's freaking
Yeah,
doing.
but I will say this: Rain totally playing it off like it was okay. I was always okay. All right, so we'll start at the top of the round. You guys fighting the ghouls off. Byron, you are at the top, beating Pete for the first time with a natural 20. I remember. Now the natural 20, we're gonna change a little bit. I have recently discovered that I think giving an extra action is actually too overpowered. So this round you do not have the natural 20 bonus. It's just the first round, because the whole point is you rolling natural 20 gives you you are so ready for the combat that you already had your weapon out, you're ready to go, there's no hesitation from your side. So instead of getting an extra action, I will say you get extra 15 feet of movement. So if you roll a natural 20, you get extra 15 feet of movement. If you roll a natural 1 during initiative, then you lose 15 feet of movement. Okay? We're going to trial that, just because I think, as I learned, giving an extra action can be a little overpowered. So, we'll start there with Byron at the top of the round, and Pete on deck.
Hello?
Hello, Moto. You're muted. Can't hear you.
I'm going to step to the side so that I'm kind of looking in between Normac and Rain, and I'm going to fire my crossbow at that guy Ratchet.
All right, let's see it.
What's the gold ring?
Difficult
Oh shit!
ring.
Yes, because he did a thunder wave.
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
Ooh, look at you.
Ooh, shit.
It does not hit.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
just kidding.
Nice.
Right out the gate.
Now we're changing things up, Craig. We're gonna, instead of getting double dice, we're only gonna allow you to move 5 more feet after.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
That's right. I like to customize it to the T. Hold on. For some reason, my character sheet for the ghoul is
It's
not
actually
opening.
called T&D, not D&D.
Mm.
The T stands for
Me.
tacos.
Tacos, exactly.
Yes, tacos and dragons.
Rain, you
I like
really
it.
are a diviner.
See, I know
Fuck,
all.
Why can't I drag this over? Oh, there it is. That's why. That explains a lot. Okay, so natural 20. Yeah, it hits.
All right.
And you roll double dice, but not your bonus. Now,
Okay.
remember, you can roll the dice twice. You're not doubling the damage from one
Right.
dice. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a 5 and a 6 for 11 plus 1.
Now, just to make sure, we're talking about this one right next to Nyruk, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. 5 plus 6. All right. So yeah, you release that bolt, and it like pierces right through the ghoul's fleshy face. The arrow pointing out right at where his bridge of his nose would come, and he falls over dead, like right in front of Nyruk. She actually looks disappointed. She was getting ready to swing.
All right. In that case, I'm going to use some movement to come over here. And yes, that will be my turn.
Why did I?
All right, Pete, you're up with Rain on deck.
All right. I believe this little dude next to me is dead, correct? Like I killed him.
Yeah. So this one's next to you is dead right now. As far as you guys know, actually, Byron, give me a perception check. The only
24.
ghoul that you see right now, 24. Yeah, you see
Yes.
one more ghoul down below the escarpment coming up.
Okay.
He's running towards you, running to your group. The only ghoul right now
Okay.
alive, Pete, that you can see is this one.
Okay. I am going to go. Oh wait. How do I move my guy?
And I would say he still does not know you because he was engaged with Rain.
Why can I? Oh, there we go. Okay. I would like to move right here, so I am flanking with.
I'm sure you do.
With Rain. And I would like to make an attack with my magic short sword.
You have advantage because you're still technically invisible to him.
Shout out to the double nat ones I just rolled.
Oh, okay,
no.
see? You know what that is?
Jesus.
I played it right, and I let you have the advantage, and that's what that was. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's-
that's
balance.
perfect. Oh my
That's-
god.
That's true balance right there in the universe.
Yeah.
Get himself, mama.
Look, Nate, you don't have to pad your dice, okay? You can be truthful with it. It's okay.
Oh god, no, there's nothing better than
Double nat ones?
I-
I don't think I've even seen that before. Yet.
yeah.
So
I think
what
it's
I'll
1 in
say,
400 chance.
yeah, I'll say that's a pretty hard stuff, bud. I gotta
Oh.
punish you on that one. So I'll say
yeah, no, I mean,
you go down to you're feeling a little cocky now. You've taken out one, you've taken out two. This third one, no problem. You go to swing, and the ghoul lunges to Rain at the same time. You miss, and you go and you kind of cut like the effort you put into that swing was so much because you were so sure that you didn't stop it. And as it goes completely cuts air and cuts you along the left side of your thigh. It's deeper than you wished. It's not painful. You take about 3 points of damage, but but it's a very innervated space, not innervated, but vascularized space, and it's not stopped bleeding. It's bleeding quite a bit. You're leaving quite a bit of a trail, and your invisibility you are not invisible anymore. It's very obvious that this is just a piece of blood that's just dripping out of nowhere in the space.
yeah.
It's invisible.
I figure ghouls can smell blood, right? So
Yes,
yeah, that makes sense.
100%. That ghoul is sniffing in the air, looking towards your direction, but does not see you. So, but you don't have advantage on attacks anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I still get my
actually-
second attack?
Yeah, I'll let you.
Okay.
I mean, that doesn't affect your that shouldn't affect your second attack. That's still part of your
Okay.
action. Yeah.
Sorry, Tiernan,
This is-
doesn't
Yep.
doesn't
Go
he
ahead.
still have it because he's flanking Rain?
Oh, it would have been normal. You know what? I'm gonna take that away just for the fact that it's two natural ones. I'm gonna give you the bonus attack. I'm gonna give you the bonus attack, but you're still bleeding in the side of your leg.
Well, and he rolled with advantage, right?
He did roll with advantage. Yeah, he rolled
So-
with advantage. So no, I mean,
So that'd be it.
no, I think Sophia, you're talking about the bonus attack, right?
No, I'm talking about the advantage because he's flanking.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, yeah, he already rolled with advantage. That was the two
There's
natural
no-
ones.
Yeah, there's no super advantage.
Yeah.
No.
So he
she's
got
talking
the two
about
natural ones
being
from
able-
an advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
She's
on his second
just-
attack, shouldn't
yes.
he still have
Oh, the
advantage
second
because he's
attack.
flanking?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, your bonus
Okay.
attack would still have advantage.
Well, I rolled a 13 with a disadvantage, and I'm happy to run with that. 13 plus 7 for a 20.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. Oh, and that's 5 plus 7 for 12 damage.
12 damage.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, you cut him down easily. He's looking straight at you like his eyes are focusing. He's focusing on you, and then they pop open right as your blade goes right across his neck, and the eyes are still open as the head rolls and the body collapses. Like
And then
he
I'm like,
realized
"Ah, shit,"
you
and I'm
were
like-
there at the last second.
Yeah, then I'm like, ah, shit, and I'm like leaning on my like thigh, trying to like stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's not. It doesn't look life-threatening. You being, survival, very well survived, but it doesn't look life-threatening. But it is. It's just a vascular spot that, if
Yeah.
you don't stop that bleeding, it might have some effects.
Mhm.
All right. Pete, it's your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Rain, you're up. As you see, what seemingly is the last ghoul cut down in front of you.
So all these ghouls in front of us are gone.
Yep.
Are
Yep.
dead. Okay. All right. So Pete, I'll see Pete. He'll appear because he came out of invisibility. Like, oh, Pete, good to see you. You're bleeding. I knew that before you. I knew that. I predicted that. Just so you know.
Exactly.
And then I'm going to proceed. Well, let's take a look here. I don't know. There's a ghoul down there.
Yeah, you
So
can do that
then-
drawing. That's fine. Cross them out. Yes. Let's see. From that perspective, yeah, you don't. Just because of how the escarpment dips down, you can't really see down to where he is. He's kind of past the vision where you see past the cliff.
Okay. So then I'll go over to Pete and say, "This will help you." And then whatever I fucking do. Let's see, what do I have in my pouch here? I'll take out. I'll take out a bag of sand
Ugh.
and patch him up.
So,
Pete trusts Rain implicitly. Like,
All right.
yes, this is what needs to be done.
Rain shoves a pack of sand right into this cut. Give me a medicine check, Rain, with
I did, all right.
disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Here,
Oh,
suck it.
look at that.
2 16s.
Okay. So, it hurts. It hurts a lot, Pete. But
Mhm.
it's not bleeding anymore because there's a
Right.
huge lump of sand in your cut.
Pete is fully convinced he would be dead without Rain right now. This would, thank you so much, sir.
I immediately
My
look
life is yours.
just, glad to be of service. And then I'm gonna go look around and see if any of these ghouls have any shit on them that I would think that would be any help to us.
Okay.
'Cause I don't
give me-
hear anything, right? So I'm
Uh,
just
All right. I'll say you can't do that just this turn. You can walk up to one of the ghouls and get ready to do it, but your action was putting sand in his leg.
okay. Well,
All
then
right.
that's that.
All right. All right. So it's the ghoul's turn. Yeah, you see him leap up on top of the ledge. Kind of startles most of you, except
What
Byron.
the hell?
Except Byron.
Don't fall!
Jesus.
He's cutting words again.
Well, if you want to use it now, meaning it'll reduce the actual attack roll. You want to do that?
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay.
nah.
Okay. Well, yeah, he's gonna go attack
Actually,
the
yeah,
closest.
you know what? Yeah, fuck it. I said it. Let's do
Oh
it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
I actually would say that. Yeah, you did say it. So
Where'd
let's
my
see.
water go?
let's see what he's even
Sorry,
gonna hit. So you can go ahead and roll the cutting words.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's right here.
What's your number?
3.
3. Okay. All right. Yeah, that definitely misses. As the ghoul goes up to attack you, Nyruk, kind of surprised actually by it, and rolled with advantage. You see Byron immediately scream like he was ready for it, scream at the ghoul, being like, "Not today, motherfucker!" And the ghoul hesitates for a second and almost lunges at Byron, but doesn't make any contact. Just kind of like is now focused on you, Byron, as the target. So yeah, that completely misses.
Okay.
But it will use the last of its movement to move up to you.
Okay.
All right, Mags, you're up with Buddy on deck.
All right, so I assume I heard all the yelling.
Oh yeah.
So
You also could visually see that there was combat down in the end of that hall too. You see your friends fighting ghouls.
Okay, so Mags, why aren't you moving? Mags will move up, and this is the ghoul, the one right next to Byron here.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and she will cast an Eldritch Blast at the ghoul.
And that's involving AC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's got pretty good cover just because of the amount of people blocking from you to him. Just so you're aware. So if you wanted to move again, or
So
try and
that'd
take
be
that
an
shot.
18 to hit.
18 to hit. Still hits. Yep.
Yes, and that's 7 damage.
All right. As you release that Eldritch Blast, impacts
Getting
side
better.
of the
Yeah,
impact. So I'll
it's
say it's
fine.
facing. So you hit it in the back of it, like right between the scapulas, and it's like a dark black magical impact onto the ghoul's back, and you can see some of the flesh start to peeling away. Nice.
Mags would
Good amount of
just be
damage.
like, it worked, and then she's gonna back up a little bit, like one more space. That was like, okay, but gross, and that's her turn.
All right, buddy, you're up with Nyruk on deck.
Alright. So Buddy's gonna just take a step over here. I think I'm in visual. I'll move up a little bit more, just make sure I can see him well.
I mean, it's not necessarily the visual. You see him. He's just kind of being blocked by like your friends, blocking him. So it's kind of like you're gonna have to try to get it fit between your friends, not hitting them and hit the target.
Hmm. Well then I'll just move.
Remember, you can go through your friends.
Nobody's here.
I'll give that. Yeah, you have vision, full vision of it.
Alright.
Now that did you have enough? I mean, assuming you had enough movement, but that space does include as difficult terrain. Okay.
Yeah, I have 45.
Okay.
So that was 25. 30 with the difficult terrain.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay, you're good.
And then I'm just gonna hit him with a little frostbite.
All right. Let's see it.
Nope. I'm not gonna hit the frostbite.
It's just a DC though, isn't it?
Well, oh yeah, I guess it's just damage.
Okay, so it saves. Does it get half damage? 0.5. No, I guess it can't do that.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it misses. Kind of releases. You release it and it flies past it, hitting the cave wall behind you. Behind it. Anything else?
And then I'll just take another 2 steps forward here and just prepare myself here.
All right. Nyruk, you're up.
All right. So we determined that Naruk is out of rages
Correct.
last game. So she's just gonna go in with a great axe attack.
Yeah,
The ghoul
let's do it. Why mine seems so glary?
Oh, that's a 9 to hit.
9 to hit, unfortunately, does not make it.
Yeah. Okay. She swings wide.
It feels
Having been
weird
startled.
not being angry while you're swinging. And you go to swing and you, unfortunately, cut like a little short of it. Right next to the foot. Misses, unfortunately. Anything else?
That's it. She'll remain where she is.
All right, Normac, you're up with Byron on deck. New round.
All right. What I've just casually had seen the whole sand healing.
Yeah, I would definitely say everyone kind of saw that
Okay.
incident.
I'm immediately worried for the well-being of Pete's leg, but it'll have to wait a minute. So now yellow, so that's 10, 20, 30 feet, or I guess I could move through, whatever, 20 feet. And I'm going to, well, use my bonus action to throw a hunter's mark on it, just for good measure.
Hunter's mark on.
And then I will swing with my warhammer. So just as I pass Rain, I just give him a look and shake my head, and then just whip out, and I'm gonna do like a undercut swing going up. So let's see. That's bad. That is also that's actually a 12.
It just hits.
It just hits.
Mhm.
All right.
Nice.
Cool. All right, that will be 1d8 plus a d6.
Is it what type of damage is this?
It's just melee.
Okay.
Bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, gotcha.
That'll be 9 plus 3, 12 damage.
12 damage. All right. As you release that uppercut right into the chin of the ghoul, you hear something break. It looks pretty fucked up. It's almost like that neck. The neck of the ghoul is like snapped, and the head's facing in an awkward like 45-degree angle where it's like looking up
backwards.
and right, yeah. It's like, and you should just see like ghoulish blood squirting out from the neck where that crack happened.
Lock it.
Anything else?
If it's dead, I would.
It's
could I,
it's alive.
Oh, it's alive.
Just barely.
I forgot the skull is the hunter's mark. Okay.
Yep.
No, that'll be it.
All right, Byron, you're up, top of the round.
You're muted, bud.
Seeing this thing's head tilted and looking up at the ceiling of the cave all crazy, I'm just gonna run up and try to kick it off the ledge.
Ooh. Okay. Give me an unarmed strike. So that's
Okay.
Let's see. Or do you want to shove it? Like you're trying to shove it, or are you literally trying to kick it?
Fucking
Okay.
Sparta style.
Yeah. All right. So give me an unarmed strike.
Okay.
That should be on your whatchamacallit's character sheet.
Hit. Oh shit! That's a nat 20.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, baby. Woo!
All right.
Woohoo!
Let me see it. So, I always have to remember to look up unarmed strikes because they act a little weird. So it's like bludgeoning damage.
I think you should use strength.
1 plus your strength modifier.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
it's-
nothing.
Your strength modifier is 0.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
do
was
you
trying to
roll?
kick it off
Wait,
the
do you
ledge.
roll for unarmed strike?
No, yeah, it's still an attack.
Yeah, it says to
rolling an
hit
attack.
+2.
Yeah, you still have. That's the damage. I say. Okay. So you're yeah. All right. So you definitely hit. So if your strength modifier. So then, but what does he double? I guess it's 2 plus.
He doubles the 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 2
Well, no,
plus your
well-
strength modifier.
Well, see, I don't know, because the 1 is your
The 1 is innate.
is
I
the
think.
modifier. Yeah.
So then it's your strength, but you wouldn't see that.
You
What are you
double
rolling
nothing.
for damage? You're not really rolling anything. Yeah. But you know what? It's a natural 20. You kick it off. It goes flying down into the escarpments. It lands with a thud, and it does not seem to be moving.
I'm just gonna strum a minor chord on my lute, and that's my turn.
It's epic. Yeah. You kick it off the edge, and before it even falls down and it makes contact with the ground, you pull out the lute and just play an epic chord. And as it somehow, almost like you timed it, the final start of the note almost like harmonizes with the thud of the body hitting the ground.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the thud was your percussion final. Like it finishes off the song.
Normac gives you the rock on as he's bopping to your chord.
Perfect. All right, you guys are out of initiative. There does not seem to be any immediate threats.
All right, then I'm gonna cast Dancing Lights west.
I will walk over to Pete and focus a lay on hands into him for that 3 damage, but I want to like reverse heal it. So
I'm fine. I don't need it.
I do it anyway. So I heal while he's squirming.
Wait,
I heal
so
the sand out of his leg.
No. All right. So how much are you fighting this, Pete?
Let me see how much I'm fighting it. Oh, Pete's fighting it. Pete's running around.
Never mind. Then forget.
Yeah.
It. Never
Pete's
mind.
like running away as you're trying to. You go up to him and you're just like.
I don't chase him.
Yeah, you just You just walk up and your hands go. Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yep.
Be like,
Okay.
whatever. Range your new healer then. Enjoy it.
Okay. All right. Cool. Who knows what that'll cause later. All right. So, you guys seemingly there's no ghouls moving. That all the skeletons on the ground seem, like we talked about last time, seem ancient. There doesn't seem to be any threats. What do you guys want to do?
Dancing Lights, so I can see out here.
Dancing lights. All right, let me pop these dancing lights out.
I'll move to the bottom of the stairs.
Ping where you want the dancing lights to be. You can move your token to the bottom of the stairs. That's fine.
Max will also move further into the room.
What's your range for the dancing lights?
120 feet.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
And they have to be in 20-foot increments, so yeah, just 4 out that way.
Where the rest are? Just kind of like, so the lights have to be in 20 feet increments from each other?
Yes.
What, really?
That's what it says.
Well, I don't think they have to. I think they go up to, right?
Says a light must be within 20 feet of another light created by this
Got it.
spell.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Good to know. Good to know. Okay.
Would I? Well, I don't. My actual normal distances, but I would just head over to where the lights are, and just take a defensive position, maybe kind of around the corner. Be like right here, something like that. Just kind of peeking around the corner to watch. Make sure nothing's coming while we investigate the room.
Okay. Let me
Are
see.
these
Hold
ghouls
on.
wearing clothes?
Sorry?
Are the ghouls wearing clothes?
They look tattered, ripped up.
Yep.
Okay.
Pete will do a similar thing for the southern entrance, like
Okay.
basically just trying to pay attention if there's anybody out there.
Okay, so Pete, you're looking out. So wait, so let's start back at Normac. I'm sorry, Normac. What were you doing?
So I put myself against this wall, but I want to be like peeking around the corner, like just watching
Okay.
down the. So I don't know which spot I should be in, but.
Are you just looking, or are you like readying, or you want to like? Are you
Yeah.
looking for something?
Well, I'm just looking for movement right now while we pan out in this room.
Sure. All right. Give me a perception check.
Anything hostile.
Okay. Pete, what are you doing? You're just looking down
I'm
the same
doing the same
southern
thing.
hall. Okay. Give me a perception check as well.
That's a.
And Max will do the same on this northern passage.
All right, yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
15 perception for Normat.
15. Okay.
That's. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Normac, you don't hear or see anything, but there does seem to be a dull green light emanating at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
All right, Mags.
As anyone moves in my general area, like whisper range, I'd be saying that to them.
I'd say for right now, no, you're the only one up there. It's kind of not really whisper range.
If I'm saying if anyone moves up to me.
Okay, I got you.
Communicate it. That's all.
Pete, what was yours? I'm sorry.
7.
7? Okay, yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything coming from up the hallway. You can clearly see nothing is physically coming up the hallway, and you don't hear anything.
Yeah.
Mags, same thing for you. You look up that hallway. I'll say you do recognize, give me a history check.
History.
No, sorry, not history, survival. Give me a survival check.
Survival.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20 for a total of 24.
You put 2 and 2 together that you just want to get that this entrance going up is like a circle. This would lead right back up to the room where you guys took a rest to, where you had a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah. This is
with the bunk beds and everything.
Correct. This is the hallway. You're looking at the top of the steps. That's the hallway where you fought off the zombies. That's where they lined up.
Okay.
You could see like some of the scarring damage and like from the spells and the ice that are on the top of that rock, like top of the cave, where you can see at the arch of the top of the stairs, and you look past, you can see the top and like a part of that hall wall, and you can see some remnants of the spells.
Okay. If that's the case, and Mags knows that we cleared that area, she would move across to be like slightly behind Normac, and just whisper and let him know that.
All right.
I'd whisper about the green glow around the corner.
Cool. So as you all kind of walk around this room, I'd say and Max, you also know about this green glow. You guys see that. Let me read. I don't think we did this. Did we do this? We did do this. Yes. So you see, like I said before, a very fierce battle happened here. This might have been where where the orcs and the wizards kind of, and similar, like races fought here for the Wave Echo Cave. As I said, everything looks pretty ancient. Nothing is moving. In the center is those 2 tables. That's why, and you can see like tattered old remains of maybe like what do you call them? I can't remember when they hang like carpets on the wall. I can't remember the term for that though. Tapestries. Yeah, tapestries on like they're eroded away to the bottom of each like cave wall. Certain parts of the cave wall you see them falling onto the ground and eroded. Some of them burnt. It was a pretty big climactic battle here in this hall. 2 braziers is also there that are extinguished.
If I see Nairuk kind of walking up, I give her the like 2 eyes, watch down the hallway kind of a thing.
Okay, yeah, she'd be making her way up there.
And can I would go up to one of these half orc or orc corpses.
Mm-hmm.
Are they wearing like any hardened armor? Is there any like type of insignia so that I might know from all the dwarf orc wars of the past?
Give me an investigation. And Nairuk, you see him, tell you that, hey, keep your eyes up for at the top of the stairs. There's something.
That's a nat 20.
A nat 20.
She'll keep her eyes up.
With a 21 for total.
Nice.
Okay, so most of their armor is completely like eroded. Even the metal is rusted at this point. Due to the dampness of the cave, especially it being the Wave Echo Cave, that water rushing back and forth has filled this cave for years with moisture. So nothing's really usable. You do look over and you can see that there is a repeating symbol on the orcs. Not every single one of them has it, but and you can't make out what exactly the symbol is, but you can tell that whatever the case is, all these orcs were of one band. Yeah.
Can I do a history check?
Sure,
Big
you
half
can do a
one.
history check. Oh my gosh, what the hell is up with all of these natural 20s?
The game
So
likes
good.
us.
We got a hot dice.
Oh,
tonight.
good. Yes, pop. Get him.
Nice
Get him out of the
crisis.
way. Get him out of the way before combat. I'm okay with this. So,
Dice crisis here.
Naruk, you reminisce back, and it's a very foggy memory of your childhood. But there was a story, and this was mostly told. This was not a public story that like orcs told humans, things like that. This was very much secluded within tribes and clans, because it was a bloody time between like orcs and humans, humans, gnomes and dwarves. It was a big time. There was a huge conflict there, but there was a time when the orcs were. They combined into multiple bands and multiple I can't think of the name, clans combined into one to rove throughout this side of Faerun. And there was a story of a successful raid in what seemed they didn't know. The story was never described as it being the Wave Echo Cave or anything of that matter, but a successful roving party destroying what magical users and wizards alike, and it was a very I can't think of the word, but like successful, it passed down in generations that these orcs had defeated spellcasters with stone and steel.
Okay, she'll kind of, as we're walking through the room, she'll kind of tell that story to everyone.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I'd start going. Yeah, I'd
You're
start.
gonna keep her eyes on the stairs or the opening that Nosash gave her.
I would either move over or throw a rock at Pete to get his attention if he's not paying any attention.
Pete'll come over
to try to
Byron,
get him to do a little scouty bit.
All right, so if I'll say Normac's waving everyone down. Would all intents and purposes would everyone hover around the base of these stairs, like Buddy and Rain? What are you guys doing? Buddy, Rain, what are you guys doing?
Just hanging back here behind the group.
All right, so Buddy's hanging back near the tables. Rain, what are you doing?
Fucking middle of the pack.
Middle of the pack.
All
like,
right.
We'll put your put your character where you want him to be. Like, are you approaching them? Like, coming up to them?
Yeah.
Okay. So put your character where you want him to be.
All right, I do our directional signals to Pete to like scout the.
And I'm good at just dragging wherever, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like if you're saying you're in the middle of the pack, or you can, hey, if you want to just run past them and run up the stairs, you can do that.
All right.
No, I am good. Thank you for asking.
And then I give Byron the like this means shut off the lights.
Okay, Byron.
Drop concentration.
Give me. No. There's no way in hell you know what this means. so you're like pondered, like what? And so roll a wisdom, insight. Give me an insight check on Normac. Yeah.
8.
You have no idea what the hell he's saying. It looks like he's saying, "Talk." We're talking. Now he's playing mini violins. Alright, you're all just doing fucking hand gestures to each other.
We're doing shadow puppets from the light from the dancing lights on the other on the back.
There it is.
Okay, so we're up for a little scouting mission.
Yeah,
Man,
that's what I'm trying to.
not
There's
much
definitely
behind us.
something up ahead.
I whisper to Buddy, "Can you kill the lights? I need the advantage because I'm exhausted and would otherwise be rolling with disadvantage."
Well, you
But
can't.
yeah,
Buddy's
it's like,
Buddy's kind of
Byron.
far in the back. Yeah. Do you
no,
mean
yeah,
Byron?
Byron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, Byron, the one that's
Alright.
who has the lights up.
Okay.
Drop
Gotcha.
concentration.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
can I
let's
start
drop.
stealthing forward a little bit?
Yeah. Roll stealth.
right. Oh boy.
Is it another nat 1?
Yep.
Wow, that's great.
Oh no, Pete!
It's either natural 20s or nat 1s tonight. All right.
Can I just trip forward and drop my sword onto the stair and just like make a shit ton of noise?
Yeah,
Where's the
absolutely.
bucket that drops into the
You
well?
you actually here's what happens actually. As you go to take a step with that
Mag
left
shakes her head
leg,
with the sand.
you feel searing pain straight up the leg, and it's enough for you to go ah, and you drop the sword and ding, 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 down the steps.
Oh, those steps are down, not up. Okay.
No, you're going up the steps. You're going up the steps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're
I
going.
hop down on one foot and try and grab my sword.
Yeah. Everyone looks at you. What do you all see like Pete like kind
I
of
don't
do
look
this
at-
arching pain?
I
Like he
don't-
actually, if anything,
I don't
screams
look
out
at
in
him.
pain.
I don't
Yeah,
look
we
at him.
just saw the sword fall.
I don't look at him. I'm looking down, sad, upset.
I think we
Mag
might have
shakes her
lost
head,
the
it might have
advantage of
been that
surprise
sand.
now.
Naruk is just looking at the lights.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Are you at the bottom of the stairs now?
Yeah.
Okay. I do come over. I put my hand on his shoulder, but I don't heal him. And I say, I'll do the stealthing, and I just walk up the stairs.
Okay.
Are you? Oh, you're just
I
walking
followed
up.
right
Okay.
behind him.
All right. Normax just walks
Not
up the
even
steps.
trying to stealth because it doesn't work for me. I just
So-
plank my ass up the stairs.
So
At this
ignore
point.
the skeleton. I mean, the skeleton. So as you go up, you see stalagmites, tights. I don't remember the ones that are shooting up from the ground. Mites. You see the stalagmites. Two, as a matter of fact, one directly in front of you, and what looks to be a greenish, like a ill, sickly green glow coming up from behind it. You see a repeated same massacre that was down in the hall. Skeletons here, orcs here, wizards there, gnomes. Yeah, a continuation. And then you see what seems to be up against that wall all the way to the end. What seems to be a row of wizards that were slaughtered up against the wall.
Okay.
Before you guys continue on, where's everyone else? Let's do
I'm marching.
marching order. Yeah, thank you. So
Behind Pete,
Normac
she's
and Pete are
closest
right
to
up, going up. Yep. All right, Byron behind.
I'll follow
go
after
behind-
Byron.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
fall
go
behind
ahead. If
you.
Nyruk wants to go.
I'll fall behind you.
All right.
And then Tiernan, or as
Mhm.
we move forward through this space, can Naruk do like an investigation to see if there was like something they were like kind of the storytelling of this battlefield? If was there something they were trying to protect? Is this just all out just like slaughter, no sense of like direction
Sure.
or purpose?
Sure.
She wants
you
to kind
can,
of like
you
get
can do an
that
investigation.
as we're moving in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
can I do that as we're moving into the new spaces just to see if there was something that they were fighting for as opposed to
Well,
just
actually,
on
I will add this. I will add this because of that natural 20 of history. I'll say, in the lore that you were told, the roving bands of orcs that decided to raid this cave, it was very. Back then, the Wave Echo Cave was not a secret, right? This was a lot of wizards and allied races came here for the magic, the lore, and the what's its name? The brazier, the forge of spells, right? It was very public, for people who were deemed to be not evil, whatever they thought not evil was, right?
Mhm.
So the orcs, the roving bands of orcs and clans that came together knew of the worth, I'd say, not necessarily the magic, but the worth and the value of what could be in these caves, and raided them for that cause, for that purpose. knowing that there must be a mountain of gold, or thinking there was a mountain of gold in these Way of Echo caves. So the orcs came in here for plunder purposes, not a actual like other strategic
Objective.
goal. This was exactly. And
All right.
from all intents and purposes, from what I can tell, there are definitely more. Now I'll say roll an investigation.
Okay, I'll do that.
Natural 1.
At
Okay,
1.
something's going on.
Oh, wow.
Something's going on. So you're just kind of sitting there and thought about these stories that you were told by your elders when you were a child.
Sounds good. All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm walking, I'm gonna continue walking towards like kind of the center. After I get a few, I don't know, maybe another 10 feet in.
Yeah, sure.
I want to cast Divine Sense.
Okay, sure. Give me a Divine Sense. Oh wait, no, there's no roll for that, is there?
No,
yeah. It's undead,
radius.
right? It's undead. What else?
Undead. It's Celestial Fiend and Undead. Well, I'd probably be like right here, and I'd keep walking towards the green glow.
Sure. Okay, so you give off this holy radiance, and you glow for a second as you clutch your holy symbol. Nothing is giving you a bead. Everything seems to be, there seems to be some lingering left over from where the ghouls were, but it's dissipating.
But nothing new from like
nothing new
around us. Okay.
Correct. As you all are walking up the steps, you can see that green glow. As you arch over the steps, you can see that green glow. There's very focused and centered behind this stalagmite.
I'm gonna keep going. I mean, it's obvious enough. Like I don't.
It's
need
dull.
To be
it's a
everyone
dull
every
glow
5
too.
feet. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we'll say you all. Is anyone like not approaching this? Okay, so as you all approach this, as you all kind of come around the corner, I'll just lump you all together so you can see it.
I mean, I'll walk up to it at this point if I didn't.
No, nobody spoke up. It's fine.
Where did
All right. As you all you turn around those stalagmite, you see what looks to be a ancient skeleton. It's slumped over, without its head, and the head is rolled right next to it. And you see. Well, let's do. Everyone roll perception at this point because you're all looking at it.
I'm blinded by the light.
Naruk is looking, but is not looking. Alright, we'll say would you believe you rolled a natural 1? Fuck. I'll say, for the sense that only 2 of you failed, this is like a group perception check, we'll just say you all perceive this. You look over and you can see that the green glow is actually coming just under the eyelids. Not eyelids. It's coming from the actual eyes of the pretty much skull sitting on the side. The eyes are wide open and they look preserved. They're growing this dull green glow. And what you see is anyone who wants to make an investigation check, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I do, but on the body.
On the body. That's fine.
For anything, a book, or like
Jesus.
just anything that might give any information, really. Friskin the corpse. That's
Mags is just like.
Mags, you're kind of in awe. You're actually hesitant.
No.
You're cautious. You know,
Yeah,
the green skull that was glowing green was making you very uneasy. You're just like, I don't like this. I don't trust this.
I'm not getting too close to it. I'm just looking at Rain. It's like, this is your thing, right? This is definitely in your bag.
Yeah. So Rain,
This
Byron.
is what I do.
So Rain and Byron, you look over the body. The head was clean cut off. It's about the same age as the other bodies here. The body is disintegrated. It's just a skeleton left over. It seems to be in tattered black wizard robes. So this was a wizard. This was not an orc. This was a human. and especially based on the size of the skeleton, it doesn't look like a gnome. It doesn't look like a dwarf. The fingers. So the hands are kind of rest at on his chest, and the fingers are pointed upward like this.
Towards his head that is no longer there.
Correct.
I take the head and I put it back on the skull.
Okay. You take the head, you put it on the skull. It doesn't hold. If anything, it kind of the skeleton no, the spine doesn't hold the weight of that skull and just kind of like turns to powder as it falls through the body and hits the ground.
Okay. Did I see any
Is the skull intact still?
Most of it is not intact now. It looks like the bottom part of the jaw and stuff is. You're stomping on it?
I want to stomp the rest of the skull, yeah.
Alright, but as you go in to stomp it, what were you saying, Rain?
Do I see any spell books or anything that he may have carried on him? Or on the body?
Yeah. Yeah, there is a spell book there on his person.
Fantastic. I'm gonna take that.
Okay. Buddy goes and kind of like runs right by you in like a hurry and just starts stomping on the remains of the skeleton.
Whoa!
Stomping as hard as you can, Byron. It seems like you give me a dexterity check, a saving throw.
Okay.
Saving throw. Remember, that's a saving throw, not a check.
Yeah.
Okay. 4. You stomp on it, and as you're stomping on it, your boot like goes through the skeleton, no problem. But as it lands on the actual eyes, it feels like you're stepping on marbles. And as you step on it, you lose your footing, and the eyes kind of roll, almost like it makes sounds almost like glass as they hit against the cave wall, and you go down and you fall down prone.
Okay.
With all that noise, I want to start kind of heading back, like on the other end of the group, just kind of keeping an eye out.
Okay.
With all that shenanigans going on.
Can I pick myself up and grab those eyes?
Sure. Yeah, you pick up the eyes.
All right.
I'm
gonna put them in my backpack.
Okay. As you pick up the eyes, how do I describe this? Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Can I see
11.
that Mags was like visibly worried?
11? Mags? Yeah, Mags. Yeah, you do. It's not like Mags is hiding it. She's worried. She's definitely anxious about this. As you pick
I've had
up
enough experiences with Eldritch
the eyes,
things in mind
and you
that I don't
go to
want
like
more.
Yeah, definitely some trauma here. As you pick up the eyes and you put them in the bag, is your hands, like your actual skin touches the eyes. There's like almost like a moment that feels like you're. How do I describe this without like, your presence almost like dissipates for a second, like you're being pulled to something. Not like your soul, but like your vision is being pulled to something, and you. We'll say, how would you react to that feeling? How does your character feel about that?
Rain, I think you should take a look at these. And I want to reach my hand out to Rain.
All right. Let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna say, just put them on the ground for me, right in front, please. And I'm not gonna touch them.
Okay.
And let's see here.
As you like let go of them and you put them down, it's not that you don't feel at ease. You feel like almost like your vision was starting to your peripheral vision was starting to like get smaller and smaller. And as you put it down, everything goes back to normal. It didn't hurt. It didn't make you feel negative per se, but it had some kind of effect on you, and you're not sure what it was.
All right, I'm gonna. Once he puts him down, and he goes, I'm gonna cast identify on it. I'm gonna look around and make sure that we're good for. Identify is gonna take me 11 minutes.
All right.
To cast it.
When I recognize that he's playing around with the identify spell, I wander over towards these stairs and just kind of post at the top of them.
I saw something. I mean, I didn't see anything, but I saw something.
As he like kind of mumbles to himself, you go ahead and cast identify. We'll say 10 minutes has passed. You all keep an eye out for anything. Nothing necessarily makes a noise. You hear an occasional maybe like an echo throughout the cave, like a long groan. You're not sure if it's wind or if it may be something else. You feel a little at ease. I mean, uneased. Just how this cave exploration has gone so far, you know. Rain, as you finish up on the identify, you standing over it, your head twisting and turning like the Doctor Strange. You isolate and focus, like as you twist and turn, your eyesight just focuses really quick and looks at the eyes. And what happened there, Nairuk? Your character,
I don't know.
You're like...
For some reason, my character was like all the way to the back.
Oh,
she got moved. I was just moving her, trying to find where we were.
Okay. As you focus, you snap. You're almost like your vision snaps to the eyes. You isolate this as a lingering, magically imbued eyes with a custom spell. You don't recognize the type of spell, but you know that this is very similar to your divination spells. It will let you look into the past. It'll give you a vision of the previous owner's past.
Okay. So I turn to Byron and I say, these are the eyes of the wizard that used to own them. If you want, you can look. If you let it take you, it will show you what it did in the past before it was slayed.
Alright, I'm gonna reach out and touch the eyes.
Okay. As you touch the preserved burning green fire eyes, your vision, now you holding it graspingly in your hands, not like kind of like quickly picking up, putting in a bag. You grasp them with your hands, each eyeball in each hand. Your vision darkens really rapidly, and you're seemingly teleported to what looks to be a decorated room with 2 beds and 2 doors in front of you. As this happens, you all see Buddy kind of almost literally as Buddy goes to pick him up and
Byron,
stand.
Right?
I mean Byron, sorry. As Byron goes to pick him up and stand back up, he just stands there with his hands like this, holding in front of him, and his eyes turn white.
Nice.
Looks to be a decorated room with 2 beds and 2 doors in front of you. The room seems to be quite nice. You hear a cacophony of screaming and angry shouting outside these 2 doors. Roll an intelligence save. Byron.
18.
18. All right. You hold on to the eyes a little bit tighter as the vision keeps showing you. As you walk up to the doors and you open it, you see a huge lumbering orc just scream and charge and cut down a human wizard, like just cuts him across the middle and then turns to you. you feel anger and hatred, like you yourself, as you're watching this vision, you feel that anger, that you want to hurt that orc. As you see what seems to be your hands, you're not entirely sure. You feel like this disembodied feeling. You immediately release what seems to be a spell that just completely disintegrates this orc. Just nothing but ash as the orc just disappears. As your vision focuses, you realize you're in the middle of a huge battle. There's humans and orcs fighting each other, gnomes, dwarves, all battling in what seems to be a similar location. Give me an Arcana check.
17.
You recognize that these are spells that you've only heard of in lore. Some of the spells that these wizards are releasing are incredibly powerful spells. You see one literally repeat that disintegration. You see another spell where the orc immediately just skin dries up and husk, and his eyes just turn to nothing, and the orc just falls over. At the same time, you see like wizards relaying spells that you do recognize, that you've seen Rain cast, like Fireball and things of that nature. It's multiple spells are being thrown about, and the orcs themselves are cutting down the wizards at the same time. For right now, it looks like the wizards are winning. It looks like that in this section of the cave, the wizards are winning. Give me no, you recognize a tunnel. So as the vision continues, you're running through what seems to be spells going about, axes being swung, swords being swung. You run out of the double doors, and after cutting down this or disintegrating this orc, you take a right and you run down a tunnel. And as you run through the tunnel, you come out to an opening, and you recognize the tunnel going into it. It looks like the room, I mean, is a huge hall with a canal and a big burning furnace with a bellow. The bellow is not being used due to the combat. Nobody is operating the bellow, but the furnace is still smoldering deep heat. You immediately, as you see the combat continuing and you don't see a way out, you immediately take an immediate left down another hallway. Give me an intelligence save.
13.
Your hands clutch the eyes even tighter. As you run, and you guys see this, like if anything, you start to see that Byron is starting to sweat now. The eyes are still white, and there seems to be a subtle frown forming on his brow. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I mean, I'm standing watch. Would we notice that, those of us that are?
Would you say that your character is watching this or watching the hall?
I mean, is there sound? I'm watching the hall.
There's no sound.
I'm watching. Okay, then I wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, there's no sound.
If anything, like flicking rocks at Pete across the other side of the hall.
Okay. As you run down, excuse me, hold on. And as you immediately take it into that left tunnel and you open up into a new room, you do recognize this, actually. It is the same grand hall in all its glory, with the tapestries and the braziers lit and food about the table. The only problem is there is a massive battle occurring here. And here in this room, the orcs are winning. The humans, the human wizards, the gnome wizards, the dwarf wizards are being cut down. They're actually being, if anything, cornered. As you release spells, a fire spell, an ice spell, trying to get through the pact, killing orcs left and right, you go to turn to a left, and you try to exit down the southern tunnel, but a group of orcs come out of that tunnel and block your path. You can feel. Give me an insight check.
How much time would have passed beyond the 11-minute identify?
So after the identify happened,
how long extra?
He's maybe 30 seconds in on this vision.
Okay, not very long.
Yeah.
Well,
this is pretty real time. This isn't
Yeah,
just making sure. Yeah, I understand.
At some point, I'd whisper to Mags and be like, go see what they're doing.
Okay.
Like I look at a wristwatch that doesn't exist.
I mean, I think Max would be splitting her attention between the tunnel and the glowing eyes. She might be paying more attention to the glowing eyes just because she's so uneasy about them. She's like, I want to make sure that nothing bad comes of this.
All right. Well, then you see that. I'll say you see what's going on.
I think if she sees Byron like clutching it, she'd like cast the mage hand to get ready to like just pull the skull out of his hands forcibly. If it looks
it's like the eyes. The eyes are clutched in his hands.
Or the eyes.
Yeah.
She'd have a mage. She might try to like pry open his hand or like grab the eye somehow. Then to just try to prepare to do that if he looks like he's getting any worse.
Right now, you're trying to pry the eyes right now.
No, if he gets any worse.
Oh,
if it looks
okay.
Like he's
okay.
Like, if something bad happens to him, she's gonna try to do that. She's just gonna have it prepped.
Okay, so mage hand is kind of hovering around his hands. Go ahead, Rain.
I'm watching this, and if you're saying like he's starting to sweat and he's starting to like tense up or whatever, I am like getting ready to call Normac over to fucking smash his hands open.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't said anything yet. I'm waiting.
Okay.
Yeah, well, and I'm now probably not looking at the hall. If Mags is paying attention, I noticed she was worried before. I'm still standing where I'm standing, but I'm definitely not looking down the hall. I'm watching Byron from here.
Okay. Okay. As you and your fellow, we'll go back to the vision. As you and your fellow wizards are trying to defend your line from the orcs, there's just so many. They're starting to surround you. You look back and you see a similar cave wall with 2 stalagmites. You release a spell there, release a spell here. You and your fellow wizards are killing numerous orcs, but they seem to be just filling in the ranks, stepping over their dead, coming towards you with axes. As you back up, knowing there's nowhere to go, that insight check, you feel seething anger, like furious anger. How dare they invade the Wave Echo Cave? How dare they destroy something so pure and magical? You release a fireball and cut down like 15 with that feeling. As you cut down these orcs, right as you release that fireball, you see a flash of metal and come straight at the left side of your vision. Suddenly your vision, you seem to be rolling. You seem to be rolling, and the head rests up against a stalagmite, and your vision is upside down. You see at a corner as you see your fellow human wizards and gnomes and dwarves get cut down in what seems to be like their last stand. It's a slaughter. It's a slaughter. Give me one more intelligence save.
$15.
Nice.
As your head comes to a stop, you see your body like still standing from the decapitation, and the guts start to spill out from the other cuts that the orcs are doing at your body. You, as you're watching this vision, feel an intense pain in your head. The pain makes your actual character squeeze the eyes as tight as they can, and Byron just suddenly starts screaming out in pain.
I call for Normac.
I'm already running over as soon as he's screaming.
All right.
My
so what are you doing?
Trying to make me drop the eyes.
So give me a strength check, Byron.
Okay.
I'd be trying to wrench the.
With advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, with advantage.
4.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll say this, right as the vision becomes so painful, you're screaming out in anger. Your friends, all of them combined, are able to release the eyes from your hand. The eyes roll out onto the floor, and Byron collapses, seemingly passed out, not unconscious, passed out. The eyes roll slowly after click and clack, like glass eyes rolling, and as they come to a stop, the green hue dissipates, and they just slowly turn into like disintegration, like an ash.
Nice.
Max is gonna rush to Byron and try to see what she can do, like a medicine check, or just try to stabilize him, see if she can help at all.
And Byron, you take 15 points of psychic damage.
Oof.
Holy shit.
I would also be wanting to medicine check and just make sure he's stable.
I get my bag of sand out.
If I would I be able to perceive the damage, I guess?
You can inspect him. Investigate. You can investigate him. Or medicine check. You can medicine check him.
Can I give him advantage if I'm also helping him?
You're all you can have advantage. You're all kind of looking over Byron, like really worried about him. Byron is kind of slumped over. He's sweating profusely.
Can you do a perception check around them as this occurred? Like if anything happened.
Yeah.
Once
sure.
those balls disintegrate and stuff, like she's gonna look over their shoulders and stuff.
Absolutely. Nice. Give me a perception check. And what was your medicine? 22. Through and through, he's physically fine. As you look over him, Normac, you can't specifically identify what is wrong with him until you grab your holy symbol and you move your hands from like because you remember him clutching his head and screaming. It's very similar to the scene when Pippin grabbed the all-seeing eye, the orb of the eye. It was very similar to that. And you gently put your hand on his forehead, and you can feel like the intense searing pain that he felt for a brief second.
Spocked him?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. He spocked him.
I pump 10 lay on hands healing into him.
All right. Now you look around. You rolled a natural 20. You know for sure nothing. It is eerily quiet. No echoes, no rocks moving about, no drops of water. If anything, it's actually weird. The Wave Echo Cave itself is quieter than before.
Okay, she'll just say, "Hey, everyone, it's a lot more quiet here.
A little too quiet."
Just
sounds extra loud because of it.
Byron, you wake to everyone around you. It's almost like a startle. You just remember, all you remember, that's a mosquito. Hold on. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Roll for it. Roll for attack.
I lost him. I already lost it. My perception's quite low. All right, so you wake up and all you remember is the last vision. That vision of you feeling that intense pain, the axe cutting your neck, the vision of seeing your own guts spilled out and your friends being cut down, that anger, that hatred, and you wake up with those feelings. And I'll ask you, how does your character react to this? How do you think your character would feel after waking up? That feeling.
Is anybody in range of me?
Everyone's around you. Everyone's around you. I'll say.
Okay,
unless somebody is not. Unless somebody did not approach. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna jump up and push everyone away and just try to back into this corner, and I'm feeling myself checking for wounds and I've
making sure you still have a head.
Sit for a moment. I have a really bad headache, and I see my friends in front of me.
As Byron wakes up, his eyes light open, the white dissipates from his eyes, and it's his normal. You recognize this as Byron's eyes. He thrashes off, pushes you all off, stands up, and immediately just backs up, looking around panically, and then his hands gently go to his neck, and gently go to his stomach, and then pauses. Sweat is literally dripping from his brow to the cave floor, and then looks up at you guys.
The hell's that about?
Mags will just kneel nearby and just, it's all right, everything's all right, and she'll like just slide him like a small drink of water. Just catch your breath.
I walk over to the gems, and I'm about to smash them with my hammer.
The eyes,
dust.
Yeah, they dust. They became dust.
Oh, they turned to dust. Oh, okay, I thought they just stopped glowing. Okay, then never
mind. So I walk up and I ask Byron, "Did you see?"
Yes. Yes, I did. I saw what happened to the wizards in this cave. I saw just the raw definition of violence. These orcs just slaughtered everyone in here. Wizards, dwarves. I mean, these bodies. I mean, where are the rest of them? At least what I saw looked like the end of the world. At least for the wizards.
So you don't know where anybody went?
Well, this room we're standing in, I mean, obviously, is where the battle ended. At least from that perspective.
DM. Normac would know this. Jason doesn't. Was I part of anything that heard the other entity that was like right around the time we were getting jacked up by the flame skull?
Were you around it? I don't remember
if I was in the general area, but I don't remember if I ever got close enough to hear anything.
You were guarding
I saw Rain blast it, but I don't remember.
You were guarding that door, and Mags investigated, kind of listened in and did a perception check, and she just remembers, she told you that she just remembers hearing, like, repeated, like, gotta protect, gotta protect, gotta protect.
A lot of muttering.
Yeah, a lot of muttering. She told you that, and as you guys decided to flee, and Rain released a blast and opened that door.
Okay, so I would just bring that up, be like, well, what about that other being or whatever that was? Could that have been like some sort of apparition or something of a wizard?
I mean, it would sure explain the gigantic fireballs that came towards us. During my vision, I casted one that wiped out an entire sea of orcs. Not that it ended up doing me any good. If that green skull that we saw earlier had something to do with this, then
some sort of final last. Yeah, some sort of a self-destruct button or final defense, maybe.
Yeah, Byron, give me a that's a hard one. I don't know how I want to relay this check. Give me a wisdom check.
Six.
Yeah, you sit there kind of stumped. You're not really sure what it all means. You can recall the vision hand to hand, like, you know, it's very clear. It's like you lived it. But you're not. You're just kind of stumped there, sitting, pondering about it.
I don't know why the orcs were here unless it was just racial, but
Racism? Is that what you're trying to say? Race?
So when he
whole
says that,
thing.
If their motivation was racial, is what I would say.
When he says that, I speak up and say, well, dwarves and orcs have been at war and still are all over this world in different dwarf holds. That's nothing unknown. Rain.
It could just be they were here for the power of the weapons and the magic.
What
I
I've
know
seen...
that the wizards were powerful. I don't know much about anything else.
I would say, Ryan, you know this. You don't have to do a check. You put 2 and 2 together. The only reason the orcs won this battle was because they surprised the wizards. The wizards were not ready. They've had this wave echo cave for years. It was like nobody bothered them. This benefited the world, right? This wasn't going to cause any harm. They never felt a need for an army. They had occasional, guards here and there, but no real army or defense. It's not like this was a country either. This was like multiple countries working together for this cave. The real reason why they lost, and you put 2 and 2 together on this, just seeing it, was the sheer number of the orcs. There's just the sheer number. The orcs they outnumbered them 10-1. It doesn't matter how powerful the orcs were. I mean, the wizards were. There was always another orc to replace what they cut down.
Would I've seen Rain, because I was investigating the body too, would I've seen him grab the book?
Yeah.
I would go over to him and say, what's in the book? Is there anything about anything in this tome that you found?
Oh yeah, forgot about this book.
Yeah.
I opened the book.
As you go to open the book,
oh no! Don't you dare!
As you go to open the book,
Mags,
the book doesn't
seeing
open.
Him do another. Max just seeing him work with another magical artifact is just gonna back away a little bit, make sure Rage Armor is up.
You don't know.
Like,
you don't know.
Sure
I'll say this, Max. You don't know it's magical. This looks like a regular old dusty book at this point, the way it looks.
But you saw him pick it up off a wizard.
You did. I mean, if you feel like your character would do this, yeah, sure. But it just 2 and 2. It's not necessarily emanating magical energy per se. Is what I just want to relay.
Yeah, but she just saw Byron get messed up by the glowing eyes of this wizard. Any other object from this wizard, she's gonna be wary of. So she's just gonna back up a little bit and make sure her mage armor's up.
Gotcha. Okay. As you go to open this book, give me a intelligence save.
Intelligence save?
Save.
Okay.
As you go to open the book, you feel a dread come across you. Why are you here? Why are you alive? What's the point of living? And you shake it off, and you realize that this book is guarded. There's some kind of enchantment on this book. It will not open from normal means.
Alright, I closed the book.
You know this as a wizard. You know this to be very common. Wizards protect their spell books. They do not want anyone else stealing or taking their spells, especially wizards who've created their own spells.
Did I notice any change in his demeanor when he tried to open
Give me an insight check.
Well, I'm gonna tell him when that happens. I'm gonna basically say what you told me. This book is guarded from its previous owner. It seems like it just tried to infiltrate my mind. That makes sense, right? Intelligence save. So yeah, my mind, right? Yeah.
I tell him, so it didn't. I mean, it can't have been that powerful if it didn't infiltrate your mind.
My mind is a steel trap.
And then I walk away and go back down to the. I go near Megs and just put a comfort, I'm doing a lot of this comforting arm on the shoulder thing tonight, but that's and say calm down, nothing crazy went on with the book. Just settle.
Not yet.
Well, Rain's always gonna get into something, so at least we're around this time to help.
I suppose he's the best. He's the best equipped to handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's push on.
I will smite whatever comes out of that book, and I just give her a grin and then go back to my post. I throw an apple at Pete when I walk up there.
Pete's like, guys, I don't think it's great to put sand in open wounds. He's just kind of like hunched over on his heels.
Okay, can I retract that instead
Max?
of like? Sorry, go ahead, Max.
I was just gonna say, Mags will walk over with more water, and this time just try to pour it on the wound just to wash it out a little bit. All right, let's just rebandage this a little bit, get some of the dirt out.
All right,
Okay.
Max, give me a medicine check. And Pete, do you let her this time?
I do.
Okay. And then, Laugh, what were you saying? Hold on, Laugh.
Oh no.
Oh, she was just kind of taking all this in. She's like, "Do you guys just want to huddle here and just take a rest? We've kind of been at it for a bit."
The curse has struck again, Pete. I'm sorry.
All right, we'll settle here. We'll settle this. So as you like go to wash it out, Rain like packed the fuck out of this wound with sand. Like he just was like shoved the sand in. So as you like pour it in, a lot of the sand comes off, but it's like it's embedded deep into the leg. Now it's like
Chicks big scars.
As you like go to like wash it off, and then you're like, okay, it's not coming off with water. You like try to pull it. You're like prying like flesh from with the sand. Like you're pulling, like the sand is adhered to the flesh now. It's like, so it's started, the blood has started to like coalesce with the sand and congeal. So as you pull, you're like reopening the cut, and you just see blood squirt out like all onto your face from Pete's leg.
I'm gonna grab part of the costume that I ripped up earlier from my bag and tear another strip off and hand it to him.
Yeah, we're just gonna bandage this up again. We might need a deeper clean. What's it
more sand?
They really get in there.
Was it not a high enough grain? Was it too gritty?
Wasn't gritty enough, I'm sure.
Literally, the only reason this sand is still here is purely from her bad rolls. Like this is so ridiculous.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I'll say Byron rolls up. Kind of like at first you get dizzy as you start to walk forward, and then you reclaim, you like equalize, and you walk over and take a bandage and wrap it up around his leg.
Okay.
It's a bandage around the leg. It's not doing anything per se, but it's there. And so yeah, Nairuk asked about a short rest. What do you all want to say to that?
I think that might be a good idea, just to let everyone catch their breath. Max is looking at Byron.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with a short rest either way.
Yeah, got it!
Yes.
Where did it come from?
Yeah,
Kill the mosquito.
I guess I could use a rest. I don't know. Part of me wants to get out of here, and part of me just wants to lay down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine, so I can just stand a vigilant watch while everyone's resting.
Yeah, I'd be down for a rest. Get rid of this exhaustion.
What kind of a rest are you doing?
What do you need, Nairuk?
Like
to get my rages back, I need a long rest, but we could do a short rest.
Well,
if that'll help people's spell slots and stuff.
That's what I mean. Short rest. I mean, I can anything for me.
I get my spell slots back as a warlock, but if I'm the only one, then I'd rather we just do whatever helps the party most.
I mean, long rest will give me back all my spell slots I have.
As mentioned, it'll probably help Pete and his sandy leg. We can spend a little bit more time on that, making sure it's not encrusted.
Oh, it's encrusted. I can see from here that it's encrusted.
Should it be red like that? That doesn't seem
good. we can fix this, Pete. You just need to be still for a little bit.
Kind of walks up her eyes. I mean, if we can light this on fire, I can cauterize it, burn it out. Yeah.
Pete, you hear them talking about this? You hear them talking about this plan, and you're just like, "Fuck no."
Pete, I think we've learned no more sand and wounds.
Yeah.
I look over at him as like all of this, like Nairuk's talking about that. I'm like, or I could just heal you. And I'm taking a sip out of like my tankard.
Nairuk will kind of just nod and step back and lean up against the wall.
Against the rock wall.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good either way. I'm actually functionally like, yeah, I'm actually I'd be fine to continue, but yeah, I'm good with a rest either way. Like, no need to waste healing on me. I'll be fine eventually. Yeah.
Max looks very skeptical.
I like how this is turned from like, oh, here's this epic story of wizards falling in a fight against orcs to, I don't know, can we convince convince this one guy to go to the doctor? It's like the guy who's like drunk at the party. It's like, no, I'm fine.
No, it's all right.
And the thing is there's a doctor standing right there.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. But now, I mean, so again, I really don't need any kind of rest. A long rest would get me back a spell slot and a divine thing, but I have more of that, so I'm fine. I don't need any healing. So
yeah, I'm good either way. So I will take myself out of it. You guys can figure out what we're doing long rest wise. Yeah.
Well, why don't we figure out what is our plan next, and then we can make that decision. Because if we're gonna go,
there's so.
We have one
as far as we know, there's one
know
room with something definitely in it that we have to at least clear.
Yeah, and there's only one way to go, right? That's south.
Yeah, the other tunnel that led south too. I think they probably will all lead to the same space eventually from the other room. I mean, I think we just have to keep pushing forward.
I absolutely have no bearing on where the hell we are right now, but that's fine. I mean, I kind of.
Naruk will just nod. We can go south. We can hold off on resting until we really need it.
All right.
Okay.
Let's continue.
If everyone's ready, I would start. Well, I do the stealth motion to Pete again.
All right. Yeah. I'd be happy to do another stealth mission.
Okay.
Let's see if it works this time.
All right.
Is that good, DM?
Yeah. So from what I understand, Pete is going out ahead, and everyone's staying behind.
Yes, that's what I understand.
Okay. All right,
yes.
Pete. So,
okay.
Are you stealthing, or are you just walking out?
I am stealthing. Is it dark? Is it dark right now?
It is dark, but due to your leg, I'm gonna say it's not a stealth with advantage. It's just a regular stealth now.
So I have disadvantage because of my exhaustion, so I will roll with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 5 plus 7, so a 12.
Okay.
As I start to head down.
Okay.
Still not bad.
So I'll move your token for you.
Okay.
As you come down, you go down the steps. You can see that it's a T. It's a T intersection.
Okay.
You come down to the edge, and you can see, your left and your right, and a little bit off to your right, ahead of you, is another direction that seems to also be another T.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of different directions you can go from here.
So is like where I'm pinging? Is that like a column?
That is a column.
Or is
it's like a square column.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to get too far out this time, so I kind of motion folks to come on down the stairs.
Okay.
Except I'm invisible, so I go back up. And...
So question about that. Would I notice Pete with just my passive?
Yeah, so I think one of these days I'll just sit down and be like, this ain't right. This ain't working out. So I'll say you guys can see Pete when he's 10 feet in front of you. 10 feet from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if he's more than 10 feet, he disappears if you use dark vision to see.
Okay. The only reason I asked about the passive is because he rolled a 12. My passive perception's a 12. I was wondering if he thinks he's stealthy, and I'm just like.
I'll say you see.
Creep around, like no problem.
I'll say you can see him as he's going down the steps, but then suddenly he just dissipates into the darkness after 10 feet, because of his Gloomstalkers, he literally goes invisible for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you came back and told us to come back down, or?
Yeah. I come back up. to the bottom of the stairs and motion for you guys to come on down.
Yeah, suddenly Pete just like appears out of the darkness on the second step from the top, and kind of like slightly startles you, Normac. But you know this is a serious situation. You're battle hardened, and he motions you to come down the steps. Do you all follow?
Yep.
Marching order, please.
I think Max would try to stick next to Byron just to make sure he's all right.
Yeah. I'll go side by side with Normac, like taking the lead.
Okay. So line yourself up at the bottom of the steps, like where they are. All right. Okay. So, what are you doing? Where are you going?
Left or right?
Give me the direction, and I'll start.
I tell Pete it's always to the left.
Always to the left. Wait.
Okay, so your
Left.
character's left. Your character's left. Yeah,
Right,
I know.
Right. It should be to the right on this.
Yeah. So it would be our visual right. So as you guys turn to the left, you are you all stealthing, or is it
Well,
what's the deal here?
Once again, I mean, I would start stealthing, but I'm actually gonna step to the right after telling Pete to go left.
Okay. All right. Well, give me a
Okay.
disadvantage roll on there, Normac.
Of course.
Disadvantage stealth.
Oh, yeah, it's always
Pete, if you want to re-stealth, you can re-roll
Holy
Okay.
shit.
with
A nat
disadvantage.
20
Wow.
and an 18. So.
Okay.
Still
So-
pretty good.
So Normac,
Uh,
you're like tired. You almost get frustrated. You're like, every fucking time we try and stealth. So you like fasten. You almost cut the blood circulation off. You fasten one buckle. You fasten the other. You're sick and tired of this. And it's not making any noise. You're very quiet. It's nothing is rattling. Nothing is making noise. As you walk alongside. So, as the group walks alongside, as you guys turn to your character's left, you see a doorway at the end of this hallway that kind of splits. It looks like it takes a right, and then a little bit forward is a door.
One thing, DM, on my stealth reroll, I think that is 5 on the night for natural ones.
5.
So- No, I rolled a 5th natural one.
Okay.
Oh my
right.
god.
As you
Guys,
As-
disadvantage is bad.
The
Disadvantage
one
is
time
bad.
The one time I stealth.
Disadvantage is real bad.
Oh, I always.
as you go down and you take a step, you take another step to the left. Immediately, the moment you use that left leg, the pain surges up your leg, and you kind of stumble, and you have to like catch yourself from falling, and you put your palm of your hand smacks the surface of the cave wall, and an echo just.
Okay.
The one time
Maybe
I'm
no more
quiet,
sneak missions
he
for
falls
Pete.
into Normac.
Cool. So, as you guys are approaching, what do you turn to your character's left? Where are you going now? What's the dealio?
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
Yeah.
So you come up on the left-hand side. You see the dead end. Nothing's there. Seems to be. Actually, I'll say there are kind of a similar image. You see a row of occasional orc bodies, but like 15 wizards just pushed up against the edge of the cave wall. Just skeletal corpses.
Is that a cave wall or is it a cave in?
Nah, it's a cave wall that's just not as chiseled. Like maybe they were gonna possibly expand this way, but didn't.
It's not unfinished construction.
Yeah. And ahead of you, you see a turn to the right, and then you see a doorway up ahead of you. It's a wooden door.
I would approach
Let's
the door.
move slowly past these hallways.
Can we hear anything as we're going?
Perception for you.
We all noticed that it's been just dead quiet compared to what it was before.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say Nyruk did. Once you rolled that natural 20.
21.
So as you guys are approaching, you can hear some like I'll say, well, Mags, you hear what sounds to be like, and I'll say you don't hear this really until you get up to this point, as you turn before that door. Sounds like subtle, like very quietly, like, and then munching noises.
Do I hear it like from down the hallway or from behind the door?
Seems to be coming from that door.
All right, so I just whisper and let everyone around me know that since we're all bunched up.
Okay.
I think there's probably enemies behind the door.
I would, as quiet as I can, approach the side of the door.
Okay. You approach the side of where, like, put your token where you want it to be, the side of the door. Like which side? I don't know. Okay.
I'll be right next to him.
Okay. What are you doing as you go up to that?
Max will get her mage hand ready again. Just let me know when.
Well, I'd be listening on the door, but if Pete's there, then I'm not.
Okay. So as you both, like, as Pete especially, as you go up against the door and you listen, you like listen. Are you like, describe how you're listening? Like, what is Pete doing? Is he just standing there, like, waiting for the noise, or?
I guess he's gonna put his ear up against the door.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
That's better. That is a
with disadvantage because you're exhausted, right?
Yeah. That's I rolled a 17 and an 8, so 8 plus 5 is 13.
All right. So right as you put your ear up to the door, you start to listen, and immediately the door is pulled open, and you see 3 ghouls right in your face, and they take an attack on you. I will fix this.
Oh no.
All right. They like the ghouls kind of like swarm at you at the door. Ooh, morphin'. That ghoul's morphin'.
Holy shit!
It's morphin' time. All right. And as they go, they immediately go to attack you and cut at you, and we'll stop tonight at that point and pick up the next session. Because I don't want to start a whole new combat at 9:56.
Yeah.
All right. Super fun, guys.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
It'll be
Whatever.
good. Ah.
It'll be fine, guys.
All right.
Nate, start designing your new character.
Yeah.
Everyone say
Bye.
bye.
Only if they're undead.
Bye.